Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Stephen Ryan, and today, right here on Illini Ryan, we are going to give you the June Player of the Month predictions. SDS just announced in their live stream yesterday that the new Player of the Month would be debuted on July 7th. That is next Wednesday, so keep it locked right here. I'm going to give you some players, names that you need to keep your eye on for the next week. Also, let me know in the comment section below who you think is going to be this month's Lightning back. My prediction coming up next. If you guys are into this kind of content, make sure you like the video, dominate the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel for more predictions, MLB The Show news, gameplay, and all of that baseball right here on Illini Ryan. Now, let's get into this month's predictions. I want you guys to keep a mental note in your head, though. SDS is not going to just release back-to-back diamonds, so that eliminates the thought of like Jacob deGrom, because yes, he had a dominant ERA this month with a dominant whip. I understand your guys' complaints there, so I'm trying to think creative and get outside the box. Not everyone's just going to get a diamond again. I know Vlad Jr. had another sensational month, but they gave us a sweet, dope 92 overall Vlad Jr. in the April Player of the Month program. So make sure you go check that out. Go get your free Vlad. Some of these cards predictions are going to be a little out there. They may not be there. This is not a guarantee. These are just my best guesses. Starting off, I want to start with Detroit second baseman, maybe playing first baseman, Jonathan Schoop. Jonathan Schoop this month is hitting .333 and it has an OPS over 1,000, which means he is doing very well. He has 10 home runs, and he's helping this Detroit Tigers pace themselves in the AL Central. The Tigers are performing better than average, and Jonathan Schoop is playing a big fan. I also just wanted to pay homage to that great gold card they had, breakout card. He's a great BR card, as bronze, silver, or gold card. So I hope they drop a diamond Jonathan Schoop. Not a high diamond, but a decent diamond. Next on that list is going to be Matt Olson. Matt Olson for the Athletics this month has 34 hits, batting .340, and has just over 1,000 OPS. The Athletics this month are 18-12, and it's thanks to Matt Olson and his performance. Now, he might not get a card because they just turned his card diamond. Last year, they used a diamond version of him as a team affinity. I do not imagine if they do release a Matt Olson, it's not going to be much more than a 90 overall. If that even, it'd be an 88. That's the best version they release of him usually. Right fielder that can play first base. Big lefty stick in your lineup. Great free card to get for anyone out there. Alright, I'm going to go over some honorable mentions before we jump into the big kahunas of this program, okay? Some guys that are having great months of June, but probably are not going to get a card this month. And I'm talking about Cedric Mullins and Joey Gallo, and I'm here to tell you why. Cedric Mullins got a gold Player of the Month card in the April program. Cedric Mullins has been dominating this year and performing at a great level. This month, he is doing that and more. He's up there in average, hits, runs, all of that good stuff. He was just released a 91 Topps Moments card a few weeks ago. So I doubt SDS is going to drop him another dope diamond card. But if he keeps performing this way, at the end of the year, he will have a finest card. That is a fact. Cedric Mullins has been playing out of his mind this year. Gallo. Joey Gallo has been having a great month. He has hit 10 home runs, has hit much better against righties, and has been helping Texas as much as he can possibly help Texas. With the 88 overall Jackie Robinson Gallo and his goal getting slight upgrades, I do not see SDS dropping him another diamond card in this month's player program. So those are going to be my two honorable mention sticks, because usually they balance the program with 8 players, 4 pitchers, 4 hitters. I still believe the Player of the Month Lightning back is going to be a position player, and these next 2 guys are one of my predictions. We're going to start off, though, with Kyle Schwarber. What else do we need to say about this man, folks? This man has hit 16 home runs in 18 days in the month of June. Kyle Schwarber led the league in home runs for the month of June, had an 11.22 OPS for the Washington Nationals, and that absurd home run span that he hit 16 home runs in 18 games. Do you know who else is in that company? I'll give you a few minutes to answer. Yeah, Barry Bonds and Samuel Sosa. So Kyle Schwarber made some historic history this month. I would die for him to get a lightning bat. Just remember though, he still has a postseason card, which last year they did not release, but will probably release eventually at some point this year. If he does not get a lightning bat, he will definitely earn a Player of the Month card. Kyle Schwarber has a glitchy left-handed swing. He has a catcher secondary position, usually, and can play the outfield. Kind of. He's not horrible, but he gets the job done. He's still too valuable of a left-handed bop stick to not put in your lineup. So Kyle Schwarber will definitely be in this next upcoming June Player of the Month program. I am not sure if he's going to be the lightning bat because of this next guy who he's been doing some stuff that hasn't been done since Babe Ruth. Yep, you guessed it, Eric Sogard. Nah, we're just messing around here. I'm talking about Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani hit 309 in the month of June with a 423 OPS. With a 423 OBP and with an OPS over 1,300. Just to put that into historical preference for you guys, the best seasons of all time had OPS just over 1,200. So this man, Shohei Ohtani, bopped 13 home runs, drove in 23 for the Angels, and 5 times a month went on the hill for them. He wasn't the greatest pitcher, but nonetheless, a two-man weapon. That is what you look for in your Player of the Month card. So I am hoping that he is the lightning card and he'll get some pitching stats to boot with him. I know they released the Player of the Month version of him back in April. The proof is in the pudding. The stats show what they are. Shohei Ohtani is one of the most electric players in baseball, and he needs to be the lightning card this month. All right, now let's review some of the pitchers who've had some solid months. I mentioned Shohei Ohtani. His pitching serves as a compliment to the greatness that is his hitting. One day someone's going to pay that man a lot of money, and they're going to be like, hey man, can you just not get hurt pitching? We just want you to rake all day. Oh, someone had the same conversation with Babe Ruth about 100 years back. Hey? Now, I'm not sure about SDS's process on reviewing pitching cards or anything like that. I am not including any bullpen names here because I am not too sure about which bullpen factors they value the most. Last month I gave you a Ryan Tepera card, which was very nice, but between the 4 pitchers I'm about to mention, I'm thinking 2 or 3 of them are going to cut a card, and I'm sure one of the Player of the Month cards this month is going to be something random, and I'm not sure how it's going to work out. But we are going to start off with Sean Manaea of the Oakland Athletics. He had a 1.13 ERA with a .97 whip. He also pitched in 32 innings and held his opponents to an average of 181. The Oakland Athletics went 18-12 this month, making ground in the AL West. It was thanks to Sean Manaea's help. He may have had a decision in all 5 games, but Sean Manaea was one of the positives for the Oakland Athletics. Next on my list, I want to shine a light on Kyle Gibson of the Texas Rangers. He went 3-0 with a 1.52 ERA in 29 innings of work. I understand that maybe he isn't on the best team. I want to believe that San Diego Studios is going to shine a bright light on some of the guys who aren't going to get a chance. That's why I mentioned Jonathan Scope earlier in the video, and I'm thinking Kyle Gibson is going to snag himself a Player of the Month card. Next on my list is Joe Ross of the Washington Nationals. He pitched 32 innings this month with a 1.95 ERA and a .93 whip. He struck out 33 batters and only walked 6. He was a bright spot for the Nationals this month and a down year for them as they look to figure out if they need to rebuild or not. I'm hoping that San Diego Studios looks at Joe Ross's performance this month and gives him a card. Last but not least, you're going to call me a homer, and that's fine. Get in the comment section. Call me a homer. I do not care. But yeah, we're going to go with Kyle Hendricks of the Chicago Cubs. Kyle Hendricks this month went 5-0. Now I know everybody doesn't value wins in a pitching record. You want to value some other things like the ERA and the whip, and we'll get to that. Do not worry. ERA 2.95 in the month of June. I know it's not spectacular, but if you're holding people to under 3 runs a game at the big league level, you're doing a solid job, my friend. 2.95 ERA, 1.05 whip. For a slow ball pitcher, that is pretty good. You want to be as close to 1 or below 1 if you can. But for the style of pitching Hendricks is, he's doing a fantastic job placing his pitches. And I understand that you don't value wins, but 5-0 means your team won 5 games. And for the Cubs this month, as they had a pedestrian 14-16 month, Kyle Hendricks being 5 of those wins accounts for more than a third of the team's wins this month, as they seek to figure out if they want to rebuild or give this World Series push one last try. Rebuild, please, for the sake of all Cubs fans. I love you guys. All right, guys, I really appreciate you checking me out right here on Illini Ryan. Make sure you go into the comment section. Let me know who you think is going to be in this month's Player of the Month program. Let me know who you think the lightning card is going to be. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. I'm hoping to bring you more updates and more exclusives about this game. Next Wednesday, I will also drop a Player of the Month review program so we can go over that together as well. All right, guys, you make sure you have a good rest of your day. Be productive, happy, and healthy. Peace.